what's going on, my home studio engineers? Joel from the Home Recording Network today with a video on the importance of automation in your mixes. Now, automation is a part of the mix that home studio engineers overlook all of the time, and it's really something that can hurt your mix because all professional mixes, everything on the radio, has a ton of automation work done on the songs to make them more exciting and sort of bring them to life. Because of all the compression that we use in our mixes today to really control all the instruments and things like that, this leaves us with kind of a flat, lifeless mix. So the solution is to go in afterwards and spend a good amount of time on automation to really make your song or your mixes sound more exciting. Now, I'm not talking about going in after you're done with your mix and drawing in automation with a mouse. Automation just shouldn't be done that way. It should be done with feel. It should be done with a fader. And this is really our chance as engineers to go in after the mix and kind of give our take on the song and bring certain elements to life during the mix at certain points of the song. So I'm going to hop in a mix right now and show you guys how I typically handle automation in my mixes. Okay, guys, so we're inside the first mix that's been recorded and mixed in my new studio. Let's just listen real quick to the pre-chorus and a little bit of the chorus so you guys can see what's going on here. Don't ever look back. We better run. Your words are poisonous to me. It's a chemical, emotionless retreat. So it sounds really great, right? Well, automation is playing a huge part here as we enter the chorus, especially. So let me just expand some of these tracks so we can really dive into how much automation is in this project. If I scroll up and down, you're going to see that a ton of tracks are automated here. And I will show you just how big of a difference these are impacting the mix. Now, a lot of these automation moves aren't major moves, but they do add a lot of life to the mix. Now, first, I want to say that the tool that you need to do this is something like a PreSonus fader port, which I use. You need a fader to do this. You're not going to be able to have effective automation by just drawing in lines with a mouse. It doesn't work like that. That's too, you're trying to be a mathematician at that point if you're just going up a few dB in certain spots. No, you want to do this with feel. You want to actually move your finger and take control of the fader and mess around with volume until it sounds good. Like I said, we're trying to add some feel and some life to this mix. And this is how we do it with a tool like a PreSonus fader port. So a great example of a nice automation move that I did here is with the synth in the chorus. So there's an elaborate synthesizer going on the whole time in the chorus. Now, I wanted this synth to be heard. I wanted this synth line to be heard, but I wanted it to be more in your face when the singer wasn't singing, right? Obviously, the most important thing is the vocals here. But if you can see, I'm bumping the synth up a couple dB when the singer isn't singing. So if we play back the chorus, you can really hear that synth come alive in between the singer's phrases. Your words are poisonous to me. It's a chemical, emotionless retreat. Now that, in my opinion, is a great move because we want to hear that synth line. It's beautiful. It's very catchy, but the most important thing are the words in the chorus. So we're able to get that balance of synth and vocals by doing this automation. I mean, if we just left the synth static in the background at the same volume, the song wouldn't have that feel to it. That synth would either be buried or it would be overpowering the vocals. Now, like I said, almost all of my tracks in this mix are automated, but not every track has to have a ton done to it. For instance, this guitar in the second verse, when it first comes in, it's just some chords here. It's louder for the first strum, and then it kind of backs off for the rest of the time. So let's listen to that.
In a moment, I take it all back.
Yeah, so that first strum is kind of louder when that guitar enters, but then it just kind of goes to the background for the rest of the verse. Another automation move that I'm doing here is on the drum bus. So this is the track where all of my drum mics are going, all of the drums, all the elements. And for the chorus, I'm actually kind of pumping the fader here. If you listen, these drums are having some energy created because I'm going up, down with the beat of the song. And this is really a simple trick, but this adds a lot of energy.
Your words are poisonous to me. It's a chemic.
And then in the breakdown, when it goes to halftime, I am pumping at a halftime speed.
Your words are poisonous to me. Poisonous to me. Your words are poisonous to me. Poison.
So with this move, I'm just kind of grabbing the fader and kind of using it like a guitar to put my own feel or my own spin on the song. And I'm just kind of moving the fader to the beat of the song. And this stuff should be fun. Automation should be fun. You should grab that fader and start messing around with some tracks and seeing what interesting things you can create with volume levels, between the tracks in your song. Now, of course, I'm using automation on, my snare track, my kick track, but you can also create some interesting effects if, say, you just wanted to maybe raise the volume of your room mics in the choruses. You could try something interesting like that out. It's just whatever you can do to make the song not sound so flat and bring some energy up and add a little bounce, I guess you would say, to your mixes. So that's about it. If you have any questions for me on automation, feel free to reach out. But this stuff is about experimenting. So really get out there and try experimenting with volume automation in your mixes. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to download your free Ultimate Home Studio Mix Guide. I made this for you guys so you could start getting your mixes sounding better. There's a lot of great information in there. And be sure to reach out if you have any questions or if you need any help with your mixes. Thanks.